Hi, everybody. Welcome as we get set for baseball. It is the resumption of play in the 2018 Florida-Dixie Youth Baseball Machine Pitch, the B Division. The reason this game has not gotten started yet is apparently there is a question in regards to some injured players. I think Graceville has got a player that has had to leave because of a family situation, and Franklin County apparently has an injured player. So both teams are just trying to make sure that they are in line with the rule book before we get play underway, Franklin County and Graceville. And what makes this a big ball game is that if Graceville beats Franklin County, you have got three teams with 1-2 records in the B Division, Pool Play 1. Shalimar has already won the pool with a 3-0 mark, but East Lakeland has finished at 1-2. Franklin County currently 1-1, and Graceville 0-2. If Graceville beats Franklin County, then there are three teams tied for that 2 spot trying to get into bracket play, and then you've got to go through a process to determine who would represent Pool 1 as the runner-up. So that's why everybody wants to make sure that they get everything right, that you don't get after the game and find out something was done incorrectly and not adherent to rules, and then maybe you forfeit something or not allowed to pick up a victory. So understandably, these teams want to make sure they're on the right page before the game gets started versus after the fact. So based on that, we've got a delay in play. And I see Tony Smith, the state director, making his way to the field as well to be part of the conversation. So we are going to, after Tony verifies, we will have official confirmation as to the right direction to go. And, well, it didn't take much. Tony came onto the field, talked to the umpire for about a sentence or two. And Blue says start the game. So Kobe Joseph will step into the box for Franklin County. They are the visiting squad in this one. Graceville is the home team. And we'll get play underway. Pitcher Kobe Joseph batting in the 1 spot. Carson Polaronis is the shortstop batting second for Franklin County. J.T. Mathis at first bats third. Brian Lee Taylor is the third baseman batting fourth. Latin Adair in left field batting fifth. The 6-hitter is Gabe Kelly, the catcher. It is batting towards third, charging in. Dixon bare hands over to first. Not in time to get Joseph, and he will be on with a leadoff single. So Franklin County with a base runner aboard to begin the top part of the first. This was a game originally slated for a 2 o'clock start, and it gets underway a little bit before 6. As you've got Joseph with a stolen base throw, winds up in center field from catcher Hunter Jones, and on to third goes Kobe Joseph. So that base runner, who a throw ago was over at first, is now in third for Carson Polaronis. Hit to short, over to scoop up his Gammons. Goes to first with the throw, and will get Polaronis on the 6-3 putout, but Joseph will come in and score from third. So Polaronis out on the putout, but picks up the RBI and gives Franklin County the lead very early in this one, in the top part of the first. J.T. Mathis coming to the plate. Rest of the lineup: Braylon Morris is the 7-hitter. Brody Johnson, the right fielder, batting 8th. Left center fielder Ethan Shiver in the 9 spot. Right center fielder Presley Hicks bats 10th. Second baseman Jay Fleming is Franklin County's 11-hitter, and Bentley Gay batting 12th. Fouled out of play by J.T. Mathis. Facing a Graceville defense that has Caleb Bush in the circle beside the pitching machine. Hunter Jones behind the plate. Marquis Smith at first. Troy Sumner at second. The shortstop is Landon Gammons. Ernest Dixon at third. The outfield, Jeremiah Dixon in left. Left center, DeQuarius Ward. Fouled back this way by Mathis and out of play. David Baber in right center field, and right field belongs to Davion Cade. So Graceville playing with 11. The roster for Franklin County says 12. So we will see if 12 indeed go to the plate. J.T. Mathis, right-hander, stepping in. Graceville donning the familiar orange and black. Familiar if you keep up with Graceville Tiger sports. It is popped up towards third. Ernest Dixon makes the catch, and Mathis is out, number 2. 2 gone for Franklin County here in the top part of the inning. Brian Lee Taylor to the plate. Orange and black for Graceville. White numbers, name in black between the shoulder blades for the Tigers of Graceville. Franklin County, well, they are donning the gray, typically with a little maroon splashed in. Don't see a whole lot of it splashed into those uniforms. But the gray and black, some white as well for Franklin County. Right over the mitt at third of Dixon. Into left field goes Taylor. Throw in quickly from Dixon, but Taylor on with a single. It's the second base hit of the inning. And Franklin County with a 2-out Taylor hits, got a base runner at first. And Planton Adair coming to the plate. Well, a quick look at B Division play. Scores from yesterday: East Lakeland losing to Franklin County 6-5. Shalimar a 10-1 winner over Graceville, and then East Lakeland knocks off Graceville 9-zip. On the pitch, runner goes. Taylor thrown out at second. Hunter Jones with a throw that gets Taylor. So Franklin County will get a run, but that's it. After a half inning, it's 1-zip Franklin County. We go to the bottom part of the inning. Graceville's top of the order when we return.
We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and, by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working.
When you need well drilling or pump service, you need Bassford. Proudly serving the Panhandle for 50 years, Bassford works with contractors, home builders, and individual homeowners. Thomas Bassford is dedicated to providing you with top-of-the-line products and service to ensure long-lasting results. For all your well construction or repair needs, see Bassford Well Drilling and Pump Service. Our pumps are premium products that have been tested and proven to be the best available. Call 850-526-3913 or 363-0501.
At Conyers Hardwood Flooring, we want you walking all over us. Conyers has been serving the Big Bend area since 2005 and provides all types of flooring materials and labor. Conyers Hardwood Flooring does nail-down installation, sand and finish hardwood floors, refinish existing hardwood floors, and more. Plus, Conyers is very active in the community. Conyers Hardwood Flooring in Bristol. Call 850-643-6432 or 694-3447.
Are you a friend of Jock Jive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of jockjive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
We head to the bottom of the first. Caleb Bush starting things off for Graceville. The pitcher will begin things for the guys wearing orange. Dequarius Ward, the center fielder, batting in the 2-spot. Landon Gammons is the shortstop hitting third. Marquis Smith playing first, bats fourth. 5-hitter is third baseman Ernest Dixon. Second baseman Troy Sumner in that 6-hole as it's fouled away. And as you can hear, very near us, at least near our field mic. And it's a 2-strike count on Bush. Davion Cade, the right fielder, hitting 7th. Left fielder Jeremiah Dixon in the 8th spot. Hunter Jones is the catcher. He will bat 9th. And David Baber playing right center field, hitting 10th. Dean Baber hits 11th. Bush strikes out to begin the first. And there is one away as Dequarius Rowe make that Ward hits it foul over to Ward's third. One down here in the bottom of the first. As I mentioned, big game, despite the fact it's the last game in pool play in Pool 1, the B division. It is a game that's got ramifications, and Graceville win throws things into, I hate to say chaos, because it's good chaos for Graceville. Popped up towards left center field, and that will ricochet off of the mid of Ethan Scheimer. And Aquarius Ward on over at first. So Graceville gets a base runner with one away here in the bottom part of the inning. And Landon Gammons comes to the plate. But a Graceville win means you've got three teams with a 1-2 record in Pool 1. The irony to it all is that as there is a swing and a miss, well, actually, East Lakeland does need a Franklin County loss. I was thinking that a Franklin County loss might turn into a plus, but not so. They get a victory. They are the number 2 seed. It's high into the air, and that man got a couple of guys at short. Polaronis can't get to it. Then it might have dinked off the noggin of Adair. Scheimer was in the vicinity, too. And it all turns into a Landon Gammon single that's got a couple of base runners on for Graceville. So the scenario is East Lakeland is out unless Graceville wins. And then in the three-way tie situation, they may have a shot. We'd have to look at all the tiebreaker scenarios. Graceville has got to win to be in. And where Franklin County is concerned, the win puts them in. Smith wraps this one over to right center field. Dropped there by Hicks. Rounding third, coming home. Ward will score. This is a tie ball game. Throw goes to second. Able to get Gammons, but Ward will score. And Smith will wind up at first. There's 2 away. So it is wrapped into right center field. Hicks drops it, but gets it to second in time to get Gammons on what turns into, and I don't see this often in baseball, a 10-4 putout. Warren in to score. Smith, the base runner, at first. And there's 2 away for Ernest Dixon. Troy Sumner is on deck. Swing and a miss by Dixon. Franklin County's gotten Planton, Adair. Gabe Kelly and Braylon Morris all coming to the plate when you get to the top part of the second. 6 innings of baseball unless we qualify that. Diving try to grab it by Bush. Stretches out the frame and comes down hard. He's in pain. Slow to get up. Smith will get to second. Dixon, the base runner, at first. Well, you cannot fault the effort by Bush. Boy, stretched out the frame. And what probably created pain was twofold. One was the arm was stretched out. And 2 was the ribs were exposed. But Dad trots onto the field. Helps. Actually, that's Joseph, by the way. Helps Joseph up. And Joseph says, I'm good to go. So Kobe Joseph, really athletic effort to make the catch on the line drive by Dixon. But it was that athleticism that almost hurt him, stretching out the frame. But Joseph okay. Couple of base runners on, first and second. Go-ahead run in scoring position for Graceville. That is Smith. Troy Sumner with an opportunity to give Graceville their first lead of the game. Swing and a miss by Sumner. It's a 2-strike count. 1 apiece, bottom of the first. A Franklin County victory, and they're the number 2 team in Pool 1. A Graceville win, and you've got a 3-way tie for second. Shalimar's already got the pool wrapped up. Rolled back to Joseph in the circle. He fires a bullet over to first and gets Sumner on the 1-3 putout. One base runner will score, 2 are left aboard. This one's tied at 1. After 1, we go to the second. 1 apiece, Franklin County and Graceville on Jock Jive.
Here are some things you may not know about Jock Jive. We're one of the nation's premier sports production companies. From audio only to full-scale video productions, we can do it all. Our list of clients is continuing to grow and includes the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Gulf South Conference, NJCAA, Georgia Collegiate Athletic Association, Alabama Community College Conference, Perfect Game, Great American Rivalries, youth sports like Dixie, American Legion, Babe Ruth, plus a litany of high schools, junior colleges, and more. We've worked with names I bet you recognize, like Johnny Manziel, Trent Dilfer, Doug Williams, Monty Coleman, and more. And we travel to practically every part of the country, from New York to California, Florida to Minnesota, and everywhere in between. Here's another thing you may not know. We are ready to come to work for you. That's right, we have a package to fit practically every budget. Just go to jockjive.com and contact us to get international coverage for your next sporting event. Your athletes deserve the best. They deserve Jock Jive.
When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Blountstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, oh yeah. There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player team and umpire specials available. Top of the second, 1 apiece. Blanton Adair leading things off for Franklin County. Gabe Kelly, Braylon Morris due up in the inning, too. Franklin County getting Kobe Joseph home in the first. Rolled to second, scooped up by Sumner over to first, and Adair out on the 4-3. And for Graceville, it was Dequarius Ward who came in and scored. One away as Gabe Kelly steps in. Wrapping up pool play, the plan is today. I don't know if that weather that delayed today by about 3.5 hours will shove anything to tomorrow, but at least the existing plan is to get everything wrapped up tonight. Fouled off by Kelly. And begin bracket play tomorrow. Of course, bracket play underway where Majors is concerned, but bracket play for machine pitch starting tomorrow at 5. Out in front of the plate by Kelly. Picking up, firing over to first, but not in time is Jones, and Kelly with an infield single. And Franklin County with a base runner aboard. I hope you are following us on Twitter and have befriended us on Facebook. If you haven't, please do. At Jock Jive on Twitter, Jock Jive Sports, put that in the search engine on Facebook, and we get you all kinds of information. You know, all that rain, the delays, and the new schedule? Well, you knew about it before anybody else if you are following us and befriending us, because that kind of information is there. So there are benefits. It's like being part of a special club. Morris with a swing and a miss. Pops out of the mitt of Jones and allows Kelly to get to second. Go ahead run in scoring position here in the top part of the inning, as Braylon Morris tries to bring in Kelly to snap the 1-all tie. Swing and a miss, and I believe that is it. Nope, it's a 2-strike count on Morris. Brody Johnson on deck. Here's the 2-strike offering. Hit to left field, base hit. Kelly comes to third, puts on the brakes there. Over on the other corner is Morris. Couple of base runners on with 1 away. So Brody Johnson with an opportunity to break apart the 1-1 tie. Right-hander stepping into the box with Kelly at third. Morris, the base runner, at first. He Pounds the stick into the dish, now ready for the pitch from the machine. And off goes Morris to second. Jones not buying, though, not throwing down to second, instead looking back Kelly at third. And now both of the Franklin County All-Stars in scoring position, with Morris in second and Kelly at third for Johnson. Johnson with an opportunity to drive in two with a base hit, tried to take it to the opposite field and instead goes foul. Well, good idea for Johnson. There's a little distance between the foul line and right fielder Davion Cade. But instead fouls it away. Hit to third, bobbled a bit by Dixon, recovers, fires over to first. Smith can't hang on, safe at first Johnson. And Kelly will come in from third. Runners on both corners, now a 2-1 game as Franklin County reclaims the lead. Ethan Shimer next. I am thinking back to games on Field 3, and I don't think we've had a mercy rule game. That's not to say we haven't had games quicker than 6, as you've got a stolen base by Johnson. But those games that have ended before the 6th were because 90 minutes expired first, the time limit per game. So nothing has wrapped up after 3 or 4 thanks to the mercy rule. Bunted foul by Shiver. Runners at second and third, Johnson and Morris. Presley Hicks on deck, the left-hander Shiver. Lays down the bunt in front of the plate, charging in his Bush, looks home, and then looks the runner back, then fires over to first, not able to get Shiver, and Morris will still come in from third. Meanwhile, the second goes Johnson, and with a throw to Dixon at third to try to get Johnson, Shiver will take second. There is a yellow hanky on the turf, though, and that's the indication that somebody left early, and let's see who that somebody was. It might have been Kelly. And if it's Kelly, a run's coming off the board. Or actually Morris. If it is Morris, a run comes off the board, but it was not. Morris will come in and score. Johnson at third. Shiver is the base runner at second. And Presley Hicks, with a couple of base runners on, takes the first pitch. Franklin County, a 3-1 lead here in the top part of the second. Jay Fleming to the on-deck circle. Graceville in the bottom of the second sends Cade, Dixon, and Jones to the plate. Davion Cade, Jeremiah Dixon, Hunter Jones. Swing and a miss by Hicks. Count even at 1. Well, let's see if we can get you updated on what's going on as we speak. I think Mike Rideout is still in the Liberty County Blountstown game. Wrapped to short, Gammons will field. Then looks to Shimer, runs him back. Shimer able to get back safely. Johnson will come in and score. And Hicks will wind up at first. So 3 runs plating here in the second. And now caught on a run down. That is Shiver, and Shiver tagged out trying to get to third. So Shiver took off on the delayed steal and gets caught at third. Hicks goes to second, but there's 2 gone. And Jay Fleming at the plate, showing bunt. Makes the effort, can't lay down the bunt. It's 0-1. Bentley Gay to the on-deck circle. Franklin County getting runs here in the second out of Kelly, Morris, and Johnson. Have Hicks at second, a swing and a miss, and a 2-strike count on Fleming. Swing, a miss, and Fleming goes down, a strikeout victim. 1 base runner left on, a total of 4 base hits in the inning. 6 in the game for Franklin County. They lead it by 3, a 4-1 advantage as we head to the bottom of the second.
Here are some things you may not know about Jock Jive. We're one of the nation's premier sports production companies. From audio only to full-scale video productions, we can do it all. Our list of clients is continuing to grow and includes the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Gulf South Conference, NJCAA, Georgia Collegiate Athletic Association, Alabama Community College Conference, Perfect Game, Great American Rivalries, youth sports like Dixie, American Legion, Babe Ruth, plus a litany of high schools, junior colleges, and more. We've worked with names I bet you recognize, like Johnny Manziel, Trent Dilfer, Doug Williams, Monty Coleman, and more. And we travel to practically every part of the country, from New York to California, Florida to Minnesota, and everywhere in between. Here's another thing you may not know. We are ready to come to work for you. That's right, we have a package to fit practically every budget. Just go to jockjive.com and contact us to get international coverage for your next sporting event. Your athletes deserve the best. They deserve Jock Jive.
Roberts & Roberts Construction, with offices on Sherman Avenue in Panama City, are proud supporters of Dixie Youth Baseball. Roberts & Roberts understand the importance of instilling the positive characteristics that team sports provide. The ability to work together for a common goal, pick a teammate up when they are down, and praise a job well done are traits that will serve the young athletes well throughout their lives. And at Roberts & Roberts Construction, we are proud of these young gentlemen and ladies. Florida Dixie Youth All-Stars Sheriff Eddie Joe White welcomes you to Liberty County. Sheriff White understands all the hard work that has brought you to Bristol and salutes your efforts. He and his staff of deputies and admin personnel wish you the very best. Win or lose, it's about sportsmanship and doing your best. Good luck from Sheriff Eddie Joe White, serving Liberty County with fairness and honesty. Franklin County getting 3 runs out of the top part of the inning. We head to the bottom part of inning number 2. Davion Cade starting things off for Graceville. Jeremiah Dixon, Hunter Jones due up in the inning 2. Graceville trying to pick up a win in pool play. More importantly, keep their hopes alive for bracket play. It is hit foul to third by Cade. Jeremiah Dixon standing in the on-deck circle. Cade trying to get aboard for Graceville here in the bottom part of the second. And it is sent foul over this direction, out of play. Still a lot of baseball lies ahead. We were looking at wrapping up today maybe around 6 or 7 o'clock, but this one is going to go late into the night as we try to get back on schedule after the lengthy rain delay earlier today. Started with a lightning delay at about 12:30. There was a lightning strike that prompted a 30-minute delay. And then the rains came that made the delay much longer. And here we are playing a game that was slated for a 2 o'clock start just a little prior to 6:30. Fouled off again by Cade. Got a final for you in majors. San Antonio beats Sneads 12-6. Sneads eliminated from play. San Antonio with a victory takes on Holmes County tomorrow. Again fouled off. That was a well-hit ball by Davion Cade. But it's over into foul territory. As far as distance, that's maybe one of the longer hit balls in machine pitch play here on field 3 in the tournament, but it sails over into foul territory. Foul off again by Cade. Well, there's an allotment of 5 pitches, but what gets you beyond pitch 5 is fouling tosses off, and that's what Cade has done. He has fouled off 4. And swings and misses to become the first out in the second inning. One down for Jeremiah Dixon. Hunter Jones to the on-deck circle. A 4-1 Franklin County lead. Dixon with a swing and miss. Again, kudos to the crew here. What a job in turning a mud hole into a baseball field. There was so much rain over the course of about a 30 to 45 minute time frame. And these fields were just inundated with water, and you're thinking, no way, not playing today. But the crew did a sensational job in prepping the fields. Fouled away by Dixon. And able to get us back to baseball ready. Well, I guess we can add one name to the bracket. I already know that Shalimar is in as the Pool 1 champion. So that means a 5 o'clock ball game tomorrow for Shalimar, as that one is fouled away by Dixon. And they will take on the runner-up in Pool 2. I have not kept up with Pool 2. But I guess I can look at the info I've got written down. Looks like Holmes County has won 2 with 1 more to go. Blountstown has gone 1-1 with a game to go. Sneads has gone 0-2 with a game to go. And Liberty County has gone 1-for-1 with a game to go. So still, outside of Holmes County unbeaten, not clear as to who the runner-up would be in Pool 2. Up the middle, backhanded nicely by Joseph, over to first with a throw to get Dixon on the 1-3 put-up. Two gone in the bottom of the second for Hunter Jones. Well, I promised you scores from today. I think I got you Pool 1 play. But if I didn't, let me quickly run through those again. Yesterday, Franklin County 6-5 over East Lakeland. Shalimar 10-1 beating Graceville, and then East Lakeland 9-zip over Graceville. This morning, Shalimar edges Franklin County 9-8 and then beats East Lakeland 8-4. In Pool 2, yesterday, Holmes County 12-zip over Liberty County. Blountstown beat Sneads 12-0. Liberty County a 15-7 winner over Sneads. And then this morning, Holmes County beating Blountstown 11-4. Liberty County and Blountstown may have just wrapped up their game. We'll see if we can get a score for you in that one. And Holmes County and Sneads will tangle in a bit. Hunter Jones, nobody aboard, 2 gone. We're in the bottom of the second, a 4-1 Franklin County lead. Swing and a miss, and out will go Jones. 3 go up, 3 go down. Nobody scores in the bottom of the second. We are headed to the third, and it's Franklin County up by 3.
We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution, and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working.
When you need well drilling or pump service, you need Bassford. Proudly serving the Panhandle for 50 years, Bassford works with contractors, home builders, and individual homeowners. Thomas Bassford is dedicated to providing you with top-of-the-line products and service to ensure long-lasting results. For all your well construction or repair needs, see Bassford Well Drilling and Pump Service. Our pumps are premium products that have been tested and proven to be the best available. Call 850-526-3913 or 363-0501. At Conyers Hardwood Flooring, we want you walking all over us. Conyers has been serving the Big Bend area since 2005 and provides all types of flooring materials and labor. Conyers Hardwood Flooring does nail-down installation, sand and finish hardwood floors, refinish existing hardwood floors, and more. Plus, Conyers is very active in the community. Conyers Hardwood Flooring in Bristol. Call 850-643-6432 or 694-3447.
Bottom of the order begins the top of the third for Franklin County. Bentley Gay beginning things for the Seahawks. Kobe Joseph, Carson Polaronis due up in the inning, too. Well, again, the picture getting just ever so slightly clearer as to what will happen tomorrow. We know that in Majors baseball, got a 5 o'clock matchup between Holmes County and San Antonio. We also know that Ridge Manor will play in a 5 o'clock game tomorrow against the loser of the Liberty County Mariana game. And we do know that Chipley will play in the 7:30 game tomorrow night and take on the winner of the Liberty County Mariana matchup. Fouled away by Gay. Bottom of the order, top of the third, 4-1 Franklin County lead. Swing and a miss by Gay. And Gay will strike out to begin the Franklin County third. One away as we go back to the top of the order. Got a final for you in machine pitch. B Division, Blountstown beats Liberty County 13-8. So let me get that on my scorebook, and that means that Liberty County is 1-2 in pool play. And Blountstown will go to 2-1. Rolled by Kobe Joseph towards the machine. Bush charges into field, over to first with the throw, but not in time to get Joseph. And then a little bit of a throw around on the infield, and Joseph thought about second, but then thinks better of it and goes back to the bag at first. So Liberty County wraps up pool play 1-2. Blountstown wraps it up at 2-1. On the pitch, runner goes. Joseph in with a stolen base despite a pretty nice throw from Jones. And Franklin County with a base runner in scoring position for Carson Polaronis. Polaronis picked up an RBI on a 6-3 putout in the first. Batting here in the third. Hits it high into the air, but over into foul territory and out of play. Holmes County 2-0 with a game left. And Sneeds 0-2 with a game left. So Liberty County and Sneeds would be out. Holmes County and Blountstown in. And again, that's even if Sneeds beats Holmes County. You've still got Holmes County and Blountstown in. And based on the fact that Holmes County beat Blountstown earlier, they may have wrapped up the top spot. And Blountstown may be assured the runner-up spot, but all of that will be clarified by the end of the day. Polaronis, swing and a miss. And there is the second strikeout victim for the machine. Well, now Polaronis who had headed to one dugout, will turn around and go to the other. Nope, he will hand the bat off to the next guy up. J.T. Mathis. So Polaronis a strikeout victim for out number 2. Mathis coming to the plate. Mathis with a fly out to third. No swing on the opening pitch. Brian Lee Taylor moving to the on-deck circle. Got a double dose of Babers when you get to the bottom of the third. David and Dean Baber starting things off for Graceville, then back to the top of the order. And Caleb Bush. Joseph, the base runner at second, 2 gone for J.T. Mathis. Swing, a miss, runner goes. Joseph sliding in safely at third and then hops up and decides home is where he would like to go. Throw gets to Jones, and that convinces Joseph that maybe home's not so good after all. And will scamper back to third. And now, after a bobble of the throw into the circle to Bush, Joseph indeed gets to the house. But according to the officials, he left when the ball was in the circle. So Joseph will go back to third. Good thing about being young. All the ventures all over the base path don't wear you down. My age, and you walk to the base path, and you got to grab a lawn chair for a break. 4 pitches now to Mathis. Got to swing on this one. And sliding in safely from third comes Joseph. Coach with a heads-up play saw that there was a late throw from Jones down to third to Dixon. Takes advantage of it and gets Joseph in from third. And Franklin County will add to the lead now, a 4-run advantage. The base is cleared, and Mathis pops it high into the air. At third, drifting back, making the one-handed catch is Dixon. And for the second consecutive J.T. Mathis at bat, he flies out to third. But Franklin County will pick up a run, leading it by 4. It's a 5-1 Franklin County lead as we head to the bottom of the third.
David Jackson Summers is a candidate for Liberty County Judge. David is committed to the qualities we need in an office holder. He is dedicated, respectful, and will pursue progress. For the first time in 22 years, the people of Liberty County have a choice in who our county judge will be. Take the opportunity to vote David Jackson Summers for your county judge. Political advertisement approved and paid for by David Jackson Summers for county judge. Roberts & Roberts Construction, with offices on Sherman Avenue in Panama City, are proud supporters of Dixie Youth Baseball. Roberts & Roberts understand the importance of instilling the positive characteristics that team sports provide. The ability to work together for a common goal, pick a teammate up when they are down, and praise a job well done are traits that will serve the young athletes well throughout their lives. And at Roberts & Roberts Construction, we are proud of these young gentlemen and ladies.
What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game. And all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do. And it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong. And Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction.
David Bamer leading things off for Graceville to begin the bottom of the third, a 5-1 advantage for Franklin County. Able to tack on another run in the top part of the inning. Kobe Joseph coming in after a one-hit third inning for Franklin County. 7 now in the game. And again, as I've mentioned in previous contests, there are errors committed, granted, on the field, and I'm sure the official scorekeeper notes such. I just don't. 7, 8-year-olds, I guess in some instances 6, typically very warm, although today hasn't been bad heat-wise. But I don't give the youngsters errors. I leave that to the scorekeeper. So when I say 7 base hits, you look at the official score sheet, and it says 3. Well, there's your explanation. David Baber, Dean Baber, Caleb Bush here in the bottom of the third for Graceville. In a game that's now hit the 45-minute mark. Swing and a miss by Baber, and he will strike out to begin the third. That is 5 in a row now set down by the Franklin County defense. And there's one away for Dean Baber. Caleb Bush moving to the on-deck circle. A recap of the top part of the inning. Started off with a strikeout of Gay, and then Joseph gets on with a single, steals second. Eventually winds up at third. Paul Aronis will strike out, and during the J.T. Mathis at-bat, Joseph comes in from third. Mathis with a fly out to third. And 4 will go up, 3 will go down, 1 will come in. 5-1 Franklin County lead as we are into the bottom of the second. Dean Baber with 1 away and the base is clear. The left-hander steps in, chokes up on the stick, ready for the pitch. Swings, misses, and there's 2 away. So both Babers go down, strikeout victims. We head back to the top of the order. Caleb Bush, who struck out in the first, batting here in the third. Aquarius Ward moving to the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss by Bush. Count evens up at 1 each. The fourth for Franklin County starts with the 4 spot. Coming to the plate first. Hey, coming this summer on Jock Jive, Dixie Youth Baseball, Dixie Baseball, Cal Ripken World Series, Georgia Parks and Recreation Championship, SWAC Media Day, and a whole lot more, and just plenty of reasons to come back and do so often to Jock Jive. Trickled to third. Charging in is Taylor, fires over to first. Won't be able to get it there in time, and on is Bush with a single to third. Graceville picking up their 4th base hit of the game. And the 2-out single has Bush on for Aquarius Ward. Ward with a single and a run scored in the first. The only Graceville run, compliments of Ward a couple of innings back. Well, as I mentioned, the last game on Field 3 slated to be this one. I somehow have a feeling, though, some of the teams that were playing later on other fields may play a little bit earlier on this field. Foul back against the screen by Ward. It actually has turned into a fairly nice afternoon and evening. And again, I wouldn't have thought so about 5 or 6 hours ago. Looked absolutely dreadful, heavy rain. Fields inundated with water, but Sunday afternoon has turned off nice. Into center field with a Ward base hit. Able to get to it and trying to bring it in quickly is Shiver. Was hoping to be able to gun down Bush at second, but Bush able to get in safely. Ward is over at first, and back-to-back 2-out singles have a couple of base runners in scoring position. Well, 1 in scoring position and 2 on for Landon Gammons. Gammons with a single back in the first. Marquis Smith. He moves to the on-deck circle. And now Bush goes to third, throw to third, winds up at the fence, and hopping up headed home is Bush. Ward will go to second. And Graceville will score their second run of the game. Landon Gammons with an RBI opportunity in the form of Ward at second, fouls off the pitch. Marquis Smith on deck, hoping for an opportunity here in the bottom part of the third. Graceville picking up a run to make it a 5-2 game. Hot shot over to third, knocked down by Taylor. Taylor will track it down and look back Ward, but Gammons with the shot at third is on over at first. And Graceville with a couple of base runners on for Marquis Smith. Smith wrapped into one of those unusual 10-4 putouts in the first. Hit it to right center field. Hicks was able to get it to second and get Landon Gammons, who is on his way to the bag. Graceville back to within 3 here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch to Smith. Into left center field. Throw goes to second. Do we have another out at second from the outfield on a Smith at bat? We do. It went 10-4 for Smith in the first. It goes 8-4 for Smith in the third. But one run plays. Graceville gets to within 3. We head to the top of the fourth. Franklin County 5, Graceville 2.
Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did.
When you need well drilling or pump service, you need Bassford. Proudly serving the Panhandle for 50 years, Bassford works with contractors, home builders, and individual homeowners. Thomas Bassford is dedicated to providing you with top-of-the-line products and service to ensure long-lasting results. For all your well construction or repair needs, see Bassford Well Drilling and Pump Service. Our pumps are premium products that have been tested and proven to be the best available. Call 850-526-3913 or 363-0501.
At Conyers Hardwood Flooring, we want you walking all over us. Conyers has been serving the Big Bend area since 2005 and provides all types of flooring materials and labor. Conyers Hardwood Flooring does nail-down installation, sand and finish hardwood floors, refinish existing hardwood floors, and more. Plus, Conyers is very active in the community. Conyers Hardwood Flooring in Bristol. Call 850-643-6432 or 694-3447. Top of the fourth, 5-2 advantage. It belongs to Franklin County. Graceville picking up a run in the bottom part of the third on a Caleb Bush score brought in during a DeQuarius Ward at bat. So Ward picking up the RBI. Brian Lee Taylor into right field with a leadoff base hit to begin the fourth for Franklin County. Well, during the timeout, we've been sorting through, Mike and I, the scenarios in the B division where bracket play is concerned. It looks like there's 4 spots in bracket play in the B division, and we know who 3 of the 4 teams will be: Shalimar, Blountstown, and Holmes County. And we know that Shalimar will be the champion in Pool 1. Holmes County will be the champ in 2. Blountstown the runner-up in 2. The lone remaining spot that's still a question mark is the runner-up spot in Pool 1. If Franklin County wins, they are the runner-up in Pool 1. If Graceville wins, then we've got a 3-way tie for that spot, and we've got to determine who will be representing Pool 1 as the runner-up. Hit to short by Adair, and to second goes the throw from Gammons. Getting Taylor for out number 1. Adair the base first, and there's one away. Gabe Kelly next. Kelly with a single and a run scored his last at bat. No swing on the opening pitch. Now, traditional play, we're nowhere close to knowing who will be where. Rolled slowly towards third, charging in with a bare hand. Dixon over to first, and that is in time to get the out on the 5-3 put out. Nice play by Ernest Dixon. Adair will go to second. He's there with 2 away. And Braylon Morris, who had a single and scored a run back in the second, will come to the plate in the 4th. Franklin County trying to keep one string intact, scoring a run or some runs every inning. Got 1 in the first, 3 in the second, a run in the third. And has a runner in scoring position here in the 4th. Swing and a miss by Morris. Graceville will send Ernest Dixon to the plate first when we get to the 4th. Troy Sumner and Davion Craig, I'll make that Cade, due up in the inning too. Fouled away and nearly got a fan who was walking to a tent but looking the other way. Saying, I like this game of baseball, but I didn't want to get that intimate with a hard ball. Almost popped her on the noggin. Morris able to get a piece of it. I think that stays foul. There was a question mark to begin with whether it was foul or fair. It is foul. And Morris will come back to the plate. Brady Johnson hoping for an opportunity here in the 4th. Rolled over towards Gammons at short. Grabs it over to first with a throw. It is not in time. Meanwhile, headed towards third. That is Adair. And he will get there safely. Throw to Dixon. Dixon retrieves the loose ball. And with the retrieval process, Morris will wind up at second. So runners at second and third with 2 gone from Brody Johnson. Johnson singled and scored in the second. 1 for 1 in the game. No swing on the opening pitch to Johnson. Ethan Schreiber to the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss to even the count at 1 on Johnson. Couple of strikes on Johnson now. Franklin County run in the first, 3 in the second, run in the third. Graceville 1 in the first and picked up a run in the third. A 5-2 contest here in the top part of the 4th. In up the middle, Bush can't get to it. And that's going to allow Adair to come in from third. Meanwhile, throw coming to the plate trying to get Morris, who was sent by Coach. He will score. And Johnson with a throw to the plate winds up at second. So 2 runs will plate with 2 gone, and Franklin County will build that lead to 5. And Ethan Schreiber, who singled and then was caught stealing third back in the second, comes to the plate in the 4th. And Franklin County keeping that string intact, plating runs every inning. Waited until there was 2 gone to do so here in the 4th. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We stream all Dixie Youth Baseball and most youth sports and high school sports to the YouTube channel. Down in front of the plate for Schreiber. Throw to first, not in time. Headed to third and then possibly home. Nope, Johnson will put on the brakes, go back to the bag at third with a throw to the plate, though. Schreiber will wind up at second. And Franklin County picking up the productivity with 2 gone. They've scored 2 runs with 2 gone and now have 2 aboard. And Presley Hicks, who wrapped into a fielder's choice back in the second, 0 for 1 in the game, with an opportunity to drive in more Seahawks. Jay Fleming to the on-deck circle. Over into foul territory, and then it rolls fair. Hicks thought it was foul. Picked up by Jones. Goes over to Smith at first to get Hicks. Hicks put on the brakes thinking it was foul. Then it took a left turn and rolled into fair territory. And it turns into a 2-3 putout that puts an end to the inning, but not before 2 more runs played. Franklin County carrying a 7-2 lead into the bottom of the 4th.
Here are some things you may not know about Jock Jive. We're one of the nation's premier sports production companies. From audio only to full-scale video productions, we can do it all. Our list of clients is continuing to grow and includes the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Gulf South Conference, NJCAA, Georgia Collegiate Athletic Association, Alabama Community College Conference, Perfect Game, Great American Rivalries, youth sports like Dixie, American Legion, Babe Ruth, plus a litany of high schools, junior colleges, and more. We've worked with names I bet you recognize, like Johnny Manziel, Trent Dilfer, Doug Williams, Monty Coleman, and more. And we travel to practically every part of the country, from New York to California, Florida to Minnesota, and everywhere in between. Here's another thing you may not know. We are ready to come to work for you. That's right, we have a package to fit practically every budget. Just go to jockjive.com and contact us to get international coverage for your next sporting event. Your athletes deserve the best. They deserve Jock Jive. Roberts Construction, with offices on Sherman Avenue in Panama City, are proud supporters of Dixie Youth Baseball. Roberts understand the importance of instilling the positive characteristics that team sports provide. The ability to work together for a common goal, pick a teammate up when they are down, and praise a job well done are traits that will serve the young athletes well throughout their lives. And at Roberts Construction, we are proud of these young gentlemen and ladies. At Conyers Hardwood Flooring, we want you walking all over us. Conyers has been serving the Big Bend area since 2005 and provides all types of flooring materials and labor. Conyers Hardwood Flooring does nail-down installation, sand and finish hardwood floors, refinish existing hardwood floors, and more. Plus, Conyers is very active in the community. Conyers Hardwood Flooring in Bristol. Call 850-643-6432 or 694-3447.
Bottom of the 4th, 7-2 Franklin County lead as Ernest Dixon comes to the plate to start things off for the Tigers of Graceville. Troy Sumner, Davion Cade due up in the inning too. Either the last game you play or the possibility of more. For Franklin County, it's more or the possibility of more. Where Graceville is concerned, it's either the possibility of more or none. Maybe a little confusing, but if Graceville wins, then you got a 3-way tie for second. The only way East Lakeland at this point has an opportunity to get in is with a Graceville victory. And if there is a Franklin County win, then they are in as the number 2 seed in Pool 1 of the B Division. Line drive shot by Dixon winds up in left center field. And Graceville's got their leadoff hitter on. So this Never Say Die Graceville squad getting leadoff on in the 4th. And Troy Sumner coming to the plate. At this juncture in the game, time limit isn't a factor. And I say that realizing that if the rest of the game goes at the same rate the previous 3.5 have gone, then we're pushing it come the 6th inning. But right now, with about 25 to 28 minutes still left on the clock, that's unofficially factor, not an issue. Troy Sumner wrapped into the 1-3 in the first inning. And will bat here in the 4th with a base runner on and nobody gone. Davion Cade to the on-deck circle. Rolled back up the middle. Joseph will pick it up, go over to first with the throw, and get the out of Sumner right now, and wisely so. Franklin County is more concerned with outs. They will concede a run or two. And right now it's more about getting the outs, the sure outs. With a 5-run lead here in the bottom of the fourth. Davion Cade coming to the plate. Pitch gets away from Kelly, goes to the screen, and that allows Dixon an opportunity to go to third. So Graceville, who's gotten a run in the first and third, threatening to score here in the fourth. Here's the pitch to Cade, swung on and missed. So we now know that at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in B Division play, Shalimar will take on Blountstown. And we know that in B Division play, in bracket play tomorrow night at 7, Holmes County will take on the runner-up of Pool 1. If Franklin County wins, it's the Seahawks. If Graceville wins, we've got a tiebreaker scenario to take a trip through. Cade wraps it over towards third. Taylor scoops it up, goes to first with a throw. Trying to bring it in on the one-half hop is Mathis. He can't. Dixon will score, and Cade is safe at first. So Graceville narrows the lead to 4. Here in the bottom of the fourth with Jeremiah Dixon to the plate. Bunts foul. Dixon hit into a 1-3 in the second. Well, I can hear in the perimeter of this room that tradition play between Spring Hill American and Brooksville is underway. And I'll get you scores in a bit from tradition play. I just realized I had not jotted down scores from prior games, so we got to get you updated on what's going on in tradition state tournament play where machine pitch is concerned. Popped up into the air by Dixon. Over to second, and there the catch made by Fleming for out number 2. Cade will hold at first. Hunter Jones coming to the plate with 2 away. Jones a strikeout victim in the second. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. Cade headed towards second. Throw not quite in time from Kelly. Rolled into the mid of Polaronis, who tried to get that scoop and then the tag over to the bag before the arrival of Cade, but he's there safely with the stolen base. And there's a base runner in scoring position for Jones. Another swing and a miss and a 2-strike count on Hunter Jones. Fleming, Gay, and Joseph coming to the plate when you get to the top part of the fifth for Franklin County. Graceville tacking on a run, getting to within 4 here in the bottom of the fourth. Fouled away by Jones. And it stays a 2-strike count. He's had his full complement of 4, so Jones will be swinging on everything else that pops from that machine in the middle of the diamond. An exchange of baseballs. It's kind of like musical baseballs. Been in just about everybody's hands before one winds up in the bag of the official in the other end of the pitch machine. It's fouled away by Jones. David and Dean Baber to follow. Hunter Jones batting with the base runner Cade at second. Ernest Dixon has scored. And it is fouled away again by Hunter Jones. Graceville playing with 11, not 12, because one of their all-stars had to leave. I think there was a situation, not a domestic-type situation, a health-related situation with a member of the family. Jones rolls it over towards third. Taylor scoops it up, goes over to first with a throw in time to get Jones on the 5-3. It will leave Cade on. We are 4 innings in, go to the top of the fifth, a 7-3 Franklin County lead. You're listening to the FL DYB Machine Pitch State Tournament on Jock Jive.
Here are some things you may not know about Jock Jive. We're one of the nation's premier sports production companies. From audio only to full-scale video productions, we can do it all. Our list of clients is continuing to grow and includes the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Gulf South Conference, NJCAA, Georgia Collegiate Athletic Association, Alabama Community College Conference, Perfect Game, Great American Rivalries, youth sports like Dixie, American Legion, Babe Ruth, plus a litany of high schools, junior colleges, and more. We've worked with names I bet you recognize, like Johnny Manziel, Trent Dilfer, Doug Williams, Monty Coleman, and more. And we travel to practically every part of the country, from New York to California, Florida to Minnesota, and everywhere in between. Here's another thing you may not know. We are ready to come to work for you. That's right, we have a package to fit practically every budget. Just go to jockjive.com and contact us to get international coverage for your next sporting event. Your athletes deserve the best. They deserve Jock Jive.
When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Blountstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, oh yeah. There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player team and umpire specials available. David Jackson Summers is a candidate for Liberty County Judge. David is committed to the qualities we need in an office holder. He is dedicated, respectful, and will pursue progress. For the first time in 22 years, the people of Liberty County have a choice in who our county judge will be. Take the opportunity to vote David Jackson Summers for your county judge. Political advertisement approved and paid for by David Jackson Summers for county judge.
Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players and scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program.
Jay Fleming leading off the top of the fifth for Franklin County, a 7-3 lead. Franklin County plating runs every inning. Graceville, though, staying close. Picking up a run in the bottom part of the fourth to make it 7-3, a 4-run ball game. Fouled away by Fleming. A couple of scores to update you on from traditional state play. Earlier today, Spring Hill American 15-zip over Mariana. Okeechobee in a big game beating Bartow 9-8. The Spring Hill American Brooksville game in progress as we speak. Right out in front of the plate, charging in Bush. Throw over to first, and that's going to be in time. Nice play by Bush to be able to get Fleming on the 1-3 putout. And there's one away with Bentley Gay coming to the plate. And Hunter Jones has got a problem with the shin guards. So the official making sure that the shin guards are on properly, attached properly for Jones. One away, Bentley Gay, his second at-bat of the ball game, struck out in the third And batting here in the 5th with 1 away and nobody aboard. Well, because of the rain delays, we mentioned we're noticeably behind schedule. Got the Majors game in progress between, I would assume that is either Shalimar and Fort Meade or Liberty County and Mariana. Both games were originally slated for a 4 o'clock start, but things were moved around a bit, and I think the Liberty County Mariana game is the one that got underway early. Let me see. Yep. So they're playing over on field 2, and Jason Thompson's got coverage of that one. Matt Bassford with the Spring Hill American Brooksville game. And shortly, Mike Rideout will have Holmes County and Sneads. And that means we've got about 4 games to put on our slate. I'm assuming they will all be played tonight. 7 o'clock here in Bristol as this one is hit towards second. And a problem for Sumner in fielding, primarily because he was backtracking. Just kind of got twisted around a little bit and was backtracking in the process of trying to field the Bentley Gay grounder. And Gay on over at first as we go back to the top of the order. Kobe Joseph, a couple of singles, a couple of stolen bases, and a couple of runs scored. Back into the batter's box. Well, I know the officials here want to get all pool play in today, so I'm leaning towards they're going to figure out a way to get the 4 remaining games, actually 5, as it's bunted foul by Joseph. Because I say 5 because you've got 4 in tradition play still to go. And you got Holmes County and Sneads in B Division. Bunt laid down by Joseph out in front of the plate. Jones will pick it up, go over to first with a throw, get it there in time. Nice play by Jones. And gets Joseph on the putout that goes 2-3. Meanwhile, to second goes Gay. And there is 2 away for Carson Polaronis. Polaronis 0 for 2, but does have an RBI. He grounded into a 6-3 that drove in Joseph in the first, struck out in the third, and batting in the 5th. But keep in mind of those remaining games, those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 remaining games, you can play them on 3 fields. So I'm sure they're going to move, well, I say sure, I feel relatively sure. They're going to move some of the games, or at least one, over to 3, this field. And I would think Field 1 will get 1 more game. And then Field 4 will pick up a pair of games. So that's going to get us close to getting everything in. J.T. Mathis to the on-deck circle as Polaronis bats. Smacks it to short. Camped out underneath for the catch is Gammons. And that will put it into the top part of the inning. 4 go up, 3 go down, 1 left on. Nobody scores in the top of the 5th. We head to the bottom of the inning. Graceville coming to bat down by 4.
Every league in Dixie Youth Baseball sets their sights each year on the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series. In August, champions in the Majors Division, the Triple-A Division, or the O-Zone Division from each state compete for the #1 position in Dixie Youth Baseball. Why not combine your vacation with a week of championship youth baseball at the Dixie Youth World Series?
Roberts & Roberts Construction, with offices on Sherman Avenue in Panama City, are proud supporters of Dixie Youth Baseball. Roberts & Roberts understand the importance of instilling the positive characteristics that team sports provide. The ability to work together for a common goal, pick a teammate up when they are down, and praise a job well done are traits that will serve the young athletes well throughout their lives. And at Roberts & Roberts Construction, we are proud of these young gentlemen and ladies. Florida-Dixie Youth All-Stars Sheriff Eddie Joe White welcomes you to Liberty County. Sheriff White understands all the hard work that has brought you to Bristol and salutes your efforts. He and his staff of deputies and admin personnel wish you the very best. Win or lose, it's about sportsmanship and doing your best. Good luck from Sheriff Eddie Joe White, serving Liberty County with fairness and honesty. Are you a friend of Jock Jive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of jockjive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
Bottom of the order, bottom of the fifth. David Baber starting things off. Dean Baber, Caleb Bush representing the top part of the Graceville order. Coming to the plate in a 7-3 game, bottom of the fifth. My clock says we are an hour 21 in, but there was a delay of about 90 seconds, I think, on my clock as they were sorting through some issues just prior to the start of the game. Swing and a miss by Baber and a 2-strike count. So Graceville wants a productive bottom of the fifth, but they don't want it to go too long. They want their productivity to come pretty quickly. Baber with a swing and a miss. And there's one away. Well, there is a horn that sounds that indicates the end of 90 minutes. So when you hear that horn, which sounds more like an alarm, a cell phone alarm, then 90 minutes has expired. Bunt laid down by Baber. Charging in, Joseph goes over to first in time to get Dean Baber on the 1-3 with a nice bunt laid down by the youngster who will trot to the dugout having made contact. Two away as Caleb Bush comes to the plate. Back to the top of the order. Bush is 1 for 2. Struck out and singled, scored a run as well. Aquarius Ward on deck. Well, I keep looking around to see other ball players to maybe get an idea of who may be coming over to this field. And I think I am seeing, I'm trying to look at the jerseys and see if I can make out a name. Maybe Sneeds? But I know Sneeds has got Holmes County, and that was a game that was supposed to get underway over on field 4. Well, if I had good eyesight, I could tell. Which would mean if I had good eyesight, I would be younger, which means I probably wouldn't be here today. We'll be doing, I don't know what. I'm getting to watch some good baseball. Swing and a miss, and out goes Bush. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the fifth. We are through with 5 and going to the 6th. 7-3 the advantage. It belongs to Franklin County, trying to add some insurance in the top part of the last inning.
Here are some things you may not know about Jock Jive. We're one of the nation's premier sports production companies. From audio only to full-scale video productions, we can do it all. Our list of clients is continuing to grow and includes the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Gulf South Conference, NJCAA, Georgia Collegiate Athletic Association, Alabama Community College Conference, Perfect Game, Great American Rivalries, youth sports like Dixie, American Legion, Babe Ruth, plus a litany of high schools, junior college, lunges, and more. We've worked with names I bet you recognize, like Johnny Manziel, Trent Dilfer, Doug Williams, Monty Coleman, and more. And we travel to practically every part of the country, from New York to California, Florida to Minnesota, and everywhere in between. Here's another thing you may not know. We are ready to come to work for you. That's right, we have a package to fit practically every budget. Just go to jockjive.com and contact us to get international coverage for your next sporting event. Your athletes deserve the best. They deserve Jock Jive. When you need well drilling or pump service, you need Bassford. Proudly serving the Panhandle for 50 years, Bassford works with contractors, home builders, and individual homeowners. Thomas Bassford is dedicated to providing you with top-of-the-line products and service to ensure long-lasting results. For all your well construction or repair needs, see Bassford Well Drilling and Pump Service. Our pumps are premium products that have been tested and proven to be the best available. Call 850-526-3913 or 363-0501.
Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
JT Mathis, high fly ball, 2-3. Ernest Dixon camped out underneath, makes the catch. And there's one away here in the top of the 6th. Brian Lee Taylor, Blanton Adair due up in the inning too. Franklin County hoping to tack on a little insurance, grow that distance between they and Graceville. Graceville trying to keep it at the 4 runs and come back and win it in the bottom part of the inning. Taylor 2 for 2. Singled in the 1st and 4th, getting his 3rd at bat of the game here in the 6th. Hit to short. Gammons has it. Rares back. Fires to first. Gets Taylor on the 6-3. So 2 down for Blanton Adair. A 7-3 game. Franklin County a run in the first, 3 in the second. Got a run in the 3rd. Played a pair of runs in the 4th. Scoreless in the 5th. And have sent to the plate, and both have gone back to the dugout without touching first here in the 6th. Blanton Adair 0 for 2 in the game, wrapped into a 4-3 and a 6-4. 4-3 was the first out in the 2nd. The 6-4 got Brian Lee Taylor off the base path in the 4th. Boy, just based on the colors I am seeing nearby, it's sure looking a lot like Holmes County and Sneads may be the next game here. And as I mentioned, we anticipate games being moved to Field 3. This was to have been the last game of the day. But because of the rain earlier, the schedule has changed. And it does indeed look like we've got a Holmes County Sneads matchup coming up. Fouled off by Adair. 2 gone, nobody aboard, top of the 6th. We are an hour 28 in, maybe a little less as far as the official game clock is concerned, but it's now irrelevant. We are into the 6th, and the 6th has started, so the 6th must finish. Swing and a miss by Adair, and out will go Adair, who is thinking fence. Big cut, no contact. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the inning. Graceville knows the task. They need at least 4, but want 5.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
At Conyers Hardwood Flooring, we want you walking all over us. Conyers has been serving the Big Bend area since 2005 and provides all types of flooring materials and labor. Conyers Hardwood Flooring does nail-down installation, sand and finish hardwood floors, refinish existing hardwood floors, and more. Plus, Conyers is very active in the community. Conyers Hardwood Flooring in Bristol. Call 850-643-6432 or 694-3447. When those taste buds are demanding delicious, make it the Cookhouse Restaurant in Blunnstown. From steaks to sandwiches, cooks will have those buds saying, "Oh yeah." There's prime rib, crab legs, a variety of seafood and steaks, soup and salad bar, a complete dessert menu and ice cream bar, and more. The Cookhouse Restaurant is open 10 to 8 Monday through Thursday, till 9 on Friday and Saturday, and open at 7 a.m. Saturday for breakfast. The Cookhouse Restaurant is located on Main Street North. Player, team, and umpire specials available.
Bottom of the 6, 7-3 lead. It belongs to Russell. Make that Franklin County. Where in the world did Russell County come from? I guess I live in Alabama, and there is a Russell County in Alabama. That's what I'm going to use as an excuse. High into the air, over the head, in left field of Shiver, and Dequarius Ward is on his way to second. Will be there with a stand-up double. Graceville needs a big bottom of the 6th and get a big hit from Ward to begin the inning. And a base runner in scoring position for Landon Gammons. It is a Graceville squad that has got to score a total of 4 runs in the inning, and they're thinking, hey, if we're going to score 4, might as well plate the 5th and come away with a victory. Swing and a miss by Gammons. Gammons with a single in the 1st and 3rd. Marquis Smith to the on-deck circle. They want a download of any game in this week's tournament. They're only $5. Email info@jockjive.com. Info@jockjive.com. High into the air towards third. Taylor able to make the catch. And Gammons is out number 1. Ward will stay at second. Marquis Smith, 0 for 2 in the game, comes to the plate. Info@jockjive.com. Just send an email. Tell us what games you want. We'll send an electronic invoice. Allows you to pay by debit or credit card. And on your way will be that keepsake for a lifetime. Info@jockjive.com. Marquis Smith hit into a 10-4 and an 8-4. I mean, how often do you hear either in a game period, but from one guy? Rolled slowly to third. Taylor up with it, over to first with a throw, and got the out on the 5-3 put out of Smith. Ward will go to third. But there's 2 gone in Franklin County, now an out away from wrapping up the 2 spot in the B Division Pool 1. Ernest Dixon has a couple of singles to his credit. And fouls the first pitch out of play, 0-1. Well, we will wrap up the coverage quickly so we can get into the matchup between, we assume, Sneads and Holmes County. Baseball continuing right here on Jock Jive. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Dink. You hear it right up against the roof as the smack by Dixon winds up near a field mic, and it's a 2-strike count. So Graceville is down to their last out. East Lakeland listening with interest as well and watching the game in hopes that Graceville wins, so East Lakeland's got a shot. One hop to second, it will bounce off for the mitt of Fleming and travel into center field. Meanwhile, Ward will come in and score from third. So Graceville takes a run off the lead. Makes it a 7-4 contest. And Troy Sumner coming to the plate. But obviously it is a game that is not only of interest to the Tigers, they want to win it, but to East Lakeland. East Lakeland wants Graceville to win it. If Graceville comes back and pulls out a victory, then three teams tied for second, and then you got to get into the tiebreaker scenario to determine who's the runner-up in Pool 2, fouled away by Sumner. Franklin County with a victory becomes the runner-up outright. Troy Sumner wrapped into a pair of 1-3 putouts. Drops this one over the head at third of Taylor into left field. And Graceville's bottom of the sixth continues. The tying run comes to the plate in the form of Davion Cade. Cade is struck out and singled. He's driven in a run and stolen a base. And would love to have something of the inside the Parker variety to get this one all knotted up. Jeremiah Dixon to the on-deck circle. Graceville trying to pull off not the impossible, but the improbable. Trying to send this one either to extras or win it here in the bottom of the sixth. Swing and a miss by Cade, and the count goes 1-2. Well, we do have confirmation. It is Holmes County and Sneads who will play next here. Wrapped over to third. Taylor's got it. All he's got to do is step on the bag at third to put it into the ball game. And this one has gone final. Franklin County has captured that number 2 spot in Pool 1 as they have defeated Graceville by a final of 7-4. Season will come to an end for the Tigers. It will extend for the Seahawks. And we know the Final Four in the B Division. It will be Shalimar, Blountstown, Holmes County, and Franklin County. It's final. Thanks so much for watching our coverage. More baseball still to come. So come right back to jockjive.com. 7-4, Franklin County wins it. So long, everybody. I'm Robert Williamson for all of us at Jock Jive Sports.